The Lakers' injuries keep piling up, and we're going to talk about who's going to be the guys to replace them in the rotation. What's good, y'all, and welcome to another Lakers Digest video. I'm your host, Okechi Apakama, and we're going to jump straight into things today, guys, because there's a lot of injuries to catch you guys up to speed on. So, the Lakers' injury woes continue. So to start off the season, the Lakers just have two guys on the injury report, and that's been Jarred Vanderbilt, and it's also been Jalen Hood-Schifino. And that's probably going to be added to that list as now Rui Hachimura is going to miss his second consecutive game with a left eye contusion. And it also looks like that Gabe Vincent is going to be downgraded to doubtful for tonight's game against the LA Clippers. And usually when they get that doubtful tag, it means that they're probably not going to play on the day of, especially when they get downgraded to it. So Gabe Vincent's probably going to be out tonight due to left knee soreness, as the Lakers reported. And with two of these guys, actually three, if you add Jarred Vanderbilt, three of these guys being mainstays probably in the Laker rotation, the Lakers are going to have to try to find a way to fill that gap. As Gabe Vincent has kind of been a guy who's been taking up a bunch of minutes at the guard spots, especially, and he's been the guy who's been closing out games for the Los Angeles Lakers as Austin Reaves has struggled here in the early parts of the season. So, with Gabe Vincent being gone, that means that's going to be more minutes for probably D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reaves, but not only included to like the backups as well as Cam Reddish and maybe possibly Max Christie. I'll get more into that during the second part here, but with those two guys being out, the Lakers have to find a way to try to fill that void there. And Gabe Vincent and also Rui Hachimura, it's going to be tough, especially with another tough matchup up ahead with the LA Clippers, as they are coming in riding high after winning a couple games. They just destroyed the Orlando Magic, and now they're coming to play against the Lakers, who they really have put it to for the past couple of NBA seasons. But let's talk into more about who are going to be those guys to replace some of these guys who are out here. So, there's going to be some increased playing time for some bench guys. And those bench guys is probably going to be Cam Reddish being one of them, and also Christian Wood, who's been raising his minutes just because of the level of his play. So Christian Wood, I believe, had 27 minutes last game against the Orlando Magic, and that probably might increase again as playing against the Clippers, with they have a lot of huge wing size players, and having Christian Wood on the floor is only going to boost the Lakers, especially when you have LeBron and AD on the floor. So we might see a lot more Christian Wood. We're going to see a good amount of Taurean Prince as well, as Taurean Prince has been a guy who's been playing either 2 or the 3 for the Los Angeles Lakers, and he's been moving either back and forth between either position. So with Taurean Prince, Cam Reddish, and also the fourth guy who's probably the most interesting to Laker fans, it's going to be Max Christie. So he's been a guy who's been a DNP coach's decision. So he hasn't played, I don't believe, any games. He has got into, I think, the Nuggets game, but that was just at the end of the game, and it was just essentially the game was over at that point. But now it looks like it could be Max Christie can be getting some more minutes here tonight against the LA Clippers. Especially this, I think, is a really important matchup for him, because if he's able to play in this matchup against guys like a Paul George and a Kawhi Leonard, and if he can actually add some defensive value and probably defensive rebounding, because that's the biggest thing the Lakers need help in, and that's what Max Christie really thrives on, is that defensive rebounding. I think it can also push him forward to possibly breaking into that rotation and getting some more minutes down the line, depending on how long that Gabe Vincent and Hachimura would be out. The Lakers have been sizing up bigger, but we'll see if Darvin Ham sizes a little bit smaller with Max Christie to be able to get that three-point shooting that he does have. Him along with Cam Reddish, because I think Cam Reddish is going to be the guy to get the first crack at things, because he's been pretty good defensively so far, but his offensive still has taken some time to manifest itself. So we'll look at those two guys as getting added minutes. There's also going to be probably a differentiating of times between like D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reaves, since they are going to be the only other point guards we have on the roster without Gabe Vincent. So we're probably going to see a lot of staggering of D'Lo and Austin Reaves' minutes. They probably won't play too much, only at the beginning of the game and probably the end of the game, since they're both starters. So we'll see how Darvin Ham mix and matches his rotations, and see who is the person who's going to come out with the most minutes and who's going to be the guy who's going to be sort of like left out of the cold. But with these injury updates as well, so we're also going to have our two-way guys available. So that's going to be Colin Castleton, Des Moines Hodge, and Alex Fudge. they're all going to be available to play. I doubt any of them will get playing time. If there is somebody who does, it could be Des Moines Hodge, just because he's a 3-and-D level guard type player and he can probably fill some minutes here and there. But I don't know if Darvin Ham has that kind of trust in this two-way contract guy, especially in the 5th game of the season. So on to the Clippers matchup tonight. I think it's going to be very important that we sort of find out who's going to be the guys who can play in this high level game. So I mentioned Max Christie before. I mentioned Cam Reddish and also Taurean Prince. So these are minutes they're going to be fighting for, especially when Vanderbilt and Hachimura come back, because these are two important guys to the rotation. I doubt the Lakers will not play them once they come back. So this is going to be an important time for Taurean Prince, Cam Reddish, and Max Christie. So to see who's going to be the guy to break over the top out of all those guys. So we'll see what happens tonight against LA Clippers. We're hoping that it's LA Laker win, because it's been a while since the Los Angeles Lakers has beat the LA Clippers. I believe it was in the bubble, that first game back when they restarted the NBA season. That was the last time the Lakers beat the Clippers. It's been 11 straight losses for the Lakers, and hopefully they can break through tonight. But you guys want to catch that recap, because we're going to have a game recap after the game. And I've been your host, Okechi Apakama. This has been Lakers Digest, and I'm going to catch you guys next time on the next one.